shops.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book This. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is longtime friend of the channel, Mr. Donal DeLay. How you doing, brother? It's been a long time.
I'm good, man. That was a badass opening. I like that opening. It wasn't 45 minutes long like some of these other fucking shows. Nice and quick.
Now get to the point around here. You know, we got a show to do. We got stuff to talk about. You know, I don't know. I understand why they do it sometimes. You know, kind of letting the people roll in and stuff like that. But
right
at the same time, like, you know, we can vamp, we can talk. You know, and it's been a while since we've gotten a chance to talk. So, you know, all the more reason, you know, quick, to the point, get in and get the show started. You know, none of this, you know, mealy mouth and waiting for 45 minutes, you know? So yeah, man, that's how I like to roll around here. Get to the point. But yeah, dude, it's been a while since we gotten a chance to talk. I was actually going through and getting links. All of Donald's links are down in the description of this video, by the way. And I was looking at your YouTube, and you know, it's been a while since you've done anything on YouTube. And I was looking back like 3 years ago, and you know, I saw it says, you know, for you up there, and it showed the show we did talking about the art of Stephen Platt. You know, me, you, and Fraga back in the day.
Yeah,
dude, that was a hell of a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. There needs to be more stuff like that.
yeah, I'd like to do more stuff like that. Just finding the time to do it with where the kids aren't in the background screaming and the dog's not in the background barking to go outside and random shit in the house. You know, finding some nice quiet time to actually get on a stream with somebody is rare for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I appreciate you taking the time to come hang out tonight, man. It's damn good to see you. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, you know, I love doing this show because I get a chance to talk to, you know, creative individuals. And, you know, a lot of my friends in this scene are really creative people. Mm-hmm. And dude, you've been kicking out the jams the last few years. You know, you got Brutus the Badass 2 out. You did No Cover with Sierra Whiskey, and you're always posting like new artwork and stuff. You know, doing stuff for people. I mean, Dracula that you did with Clint Stoker. Damn, dude, that was a great book. Like,
thank you.
You killed it on that one, dude.
I appreciate it. That was a hard style for me too.
Oh, I bet, because it's different from anything else that you did on, like, you know, on Brutus and, you know, on No Cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a lot more realistic.
Yeah. Do you like changing it up to do stuff like that?
Kind of. I do like messing around with other styles now and then. You know, it's a lot of fun to pick and choose techniques that I learn from it and bring it into my normal style. But I decided to stop doing that because it was kind of stunting my growth a little bit, because you're going back and forth between these other styles. You're not naturally growing. You know what I mean?
Right. You're not leaning into what comes naturally to you. No, I get that.
Yeah, it's like I pick up this new technique and I want to use it in my normal style, but then all of a sudden I got to use a different style for a different book.
Right. I mean, being able to actually do that and switch up your style like that, I mean, that's impressive, man. Not a lot of people can do that.
Thanks. I'm no Kelsey Shannon, though. That man, he can switch it up like crazy.
Kelsey is a damn beast. He's just incredible. You know, the stuff that he's able to pull off digitally and traditionally.
Hell yeah.
One of my favorite shows to watch recently has been Graybeards, that he's on with Aaron Lepresti and David Brohawk Williams and Gary Martin. Like, man, that show is so much fun, and you can tell that they're having fun, hanging out, making artwork. And,
yeah,
you know, they're ribbing each other. Exactly, just vibing. You know, having fun. More stuff like that on the internet. Less of the quarrelsome, nonsense that we've been seeing recently.
Yeah, just more vibing and being creative.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And, you're always welcome to come hang out on Topic List, I mean, I realize that, late nights like this generally aren't something that you're able to do because you're up early, dude. Like,
yeah, I get up at 6:30 in the damn morning, man. Gotta take my kids to school at 7, and then I go right back to bed for a nap once they're gone. I take like a 2-hour, 3-hour nap.
Got a nice quiet house, come home, take a nap, get that extra sleep. Yeah. Hey man, real life always comes first. Real life always comes first. So,
yeah.
But
I took a nap today so I could stay up tonight.
I appreciate it, man. It's fucking good to have you here, dude. Well, let's say hi to the chat. We got Flying Feline. There's my lady, Skull Beautiful, my better half and my partner in crime, always here to support. And she says, "Hello, Donald."
Hey, Feline.
And she was saying fire to the intro as well. Yes. Hey, we got Edwin in the chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you, dude. That fucking cover you did for Ace, a while back with Ace versus the shark dude. I'd still that's a dope cover, man.
Thanks.
And
I'm really proud of that.
Again, the way you can change up your style. Sometimes I'll look at something and somebody will be like, "Yeah, that's Donald." I'll be like, "Really? Damn, I didn't even realize that. That's great." What's up, Morb? Good to see you, sir. This is actually the writer on the book that I'm currently working on, Mercenary Guild.
Cool. What's up, Morb?
Yeah. Good to see you, man. Thank you, Feline, for dropping the link to Jaeger Bomb. We're gonna get into that. I'm excited for you, man, because that's you doing you, man.
Yeah.
And people are responding. That's cool shit, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it.
Hell yeah, dude. And I can tell that you're excited about it because you've been showing stuff about it. You've been talking about the creative process. You've been showing, showing works in progress and whatnot. And the fact that you've already got the book like done, like the artwork is all done already is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Morb says it's got some Chilean beers in me at the moment. Nice. Glad that I'm not in the same room with you though, by the way. Arthur Brown, what's up, brother? He says, "Yo, got the younglings over jamming the Five Nights movie while I'm sneaking in Death Metal Hero. Going to send them off to Bath full send. Well, be in and out." Well, dude, I appreciate you hanging out when you can. You need to take care of them younglings, man, and we'll be here for at least the next hour talking. So what you been reading recently, man? Because you're always posting some really cool shit that I like. A lot of it I've never even heard of. I'm not super familiar with manga, and some of the manga artists that you post, man, it's just that shit kind of blows me away.
Yeah, you got to get into a book called Gachi Akuda. It's a it's a weird ass title. The covers are dope. They're done by a graffiti artist, the interiors are fucking rad as hell, man. It's one of my favorite books, and the artist Kei Rana is influencing the hell out of me. She's doing some really, really awesome stuff, some fisheye lens stuff.
Oh, nice.
Warping the perspective and getting in there doing foreshortening. That just blows my mind.
Doing that fun stuff that comics do.
I think you would dig it.
Okay. Gachi Okuda?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look that up after we get done with the show.
GACHIAKUTA.
Can you type that into the private chat? I'll do a quick search for it.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that you've been sharing, man, it's like, damn, I don't know. I feel like as artists and as just creatives in general for comics, and this applies to regular writing as well. But we've got to be widely read. And for artists, that includes looking at different art styles, looking at things that, maybe we wouldn't necessarily come across otherwise. It helps to give perspective not only on our own work, but to see what other creatives are doing in this space. And it helps us learn, helps us grow, helps us become better at what we do. You know, they say people need to be widely read in order to write well. Well, I feel like artists need to be widely read in order to draw well. You know,
Yeah, you
obviously.
never know where you could pick something up from. You know, it's I like it. I have an eclectic taste in artists, and I'm picking stuff up from Jim Lee, and I'm picking stuff up from Scotty Young. You know, you can't get more different styles than that.
No kidding, man. I mean, two like diametrically opposed almost.
Yeah, but you never know where your influence is going to come from. Just a technique here and there.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's the thing. You know, sometimes you can find a technique that one artist is using, and their style is completely different than what you do, but you can kind of take that and morph it and evolve it to work for, you know, the style that you normally work in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it seems like that's kind of what you're doing. You're picking up things and you're adapting it to what you do. And dude, it really looks like you're having a hell of a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Doing what you're doing, man.
You know? Yeah. Always trying to learn, man. I'm always picking up something to try to learn from it. And even if I don't read it a whole lot, I got a bunch of trades on my table that are there just to be art books.
Right.
I pick at them a couple times a month, a couple times a year. Always picking something different from each book. Every time I look at it,
dude.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun just looking through stuff and learning.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you're super looking forward to as far as like indie books, like American indie books, or are you kind of focusing mostly on manga right now?
Mostly focused on manga, but I'm super interested in seeing Ain't No Grave by Jorge Corona and Scotty Young. It's gonna be like a Western comic that's set in a Guillermo del Toro type of world.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, the preview pages by Jorge look pretty rad.
Right,
but I'm looking forward to that.
And is that a crowdfunded book?
No, that's gonna be through Image.
Nice, dude.
As far as crowdfunded books go, man, I would really love to get what's it called? Jawbone Death. That fucking looks.
Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. I actually had Adam Lawson and Jason Krager on to talk about Jawbone Death. That book looks metal as fuck, dude.
Right.
And I cannot wait to get it. I am so fucking looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, I actually just did some fan art for that book.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty killer, man. You should show that.
Thank you. Okay, let me go ahead and bring that up then. Let's see. Gotta find it here real quick. Thank you, Feline. I appreciate you dropping the link for Jawbone Death. Yeah, if anybody is interested in checking out Jawbone Death, that's the link there. Go ahead and go grab that.
How cool is that title, though, man? Fucking Jawbone Death.
Right?
It sells the picture. Right? It sells the comic there.
But seriously, I mean, that title kind of just grabs your attention. You know, it's an attention grabbing title, and then you see like the logo that Billy Bascom did, and dude, it just comes together. And then you got Krager doing amazing artwork, and then Adam. He knows how to craft a story, man. Speaking of people that love comic books and really love what they do, Adam Lawson is absolutely one of those people. You know, it's always a hell of a lot of fun to talk to him and just see how excited he gets about the story that he's telling. And you can definitely tell that he is super excited about Jawbone Death. So this is the piece of fan art that I did for it. This is a 9x12 on a tone gray paper, and I actually have a.
Last time I saw it, it was in black and white.
Oh well, thanks, man. Yeah, this is. I have a video up on my my YouTube, a chronal compression, where I went through and I inked this thing and then colored it. I used Copic markers. Trying to get the skin tones to work properly on tone gray paper is often a challenge, and then having the jawbone sword look like bone, so yeah, it's a unique challenge, but I had a lot of fun, You know, I started drawing this actually the night that I had Adam Lawson and Jason Krager on for Jawbone Death, and they're in demand until the 14th, and so I knew I wanted to get this done and out there so people could check it out while the campaign was still in demand.
Yeah, that's badass, man.
Thank you, Feline, and thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Billy? Good to see you, man. And you're very welcome, dude. That's a great logo for Jawbone Death. You fucking killed it on that, dude. You know, and I don't. Comics are always to me a very unique kind of alchemy. Like all these different pieces come together to make this amazing whole thing. You know, this whole product. This, and it I don't know. It's I liken it a little bit to cooking. You know, you know, you have all these different ingredients that come together to make this one delicious dish, and that's kind of what comics is. I mean, I believe cooking is you know is alchemy, and then comics are a unique kind of alchemy. All these different pieces come together to make something amazing. And when it works, man, it fucking works. And logos are a part of that. The font, the typography, you know, it evokes a certain emotion, and all of that stuff has to come together to make a unique bit of artwork. And that's to me what comics are, you know.
Yeah,
so
there's a hell of a lot of graphic design in comics.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's part of the reason why I went to college to get a degree in graphic design. You know, I wanted to be able to do my own type of you know typography and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, when it's firing on all cylinders, it's really firing on all cylinders, man. And that's one of the things I love about comics. You know,
same. Yeah, man.
You know. It's a unique art form, and we're able to do things over here that in comics that they can't do in movies. I mean, they can kind of mimic some of that stuff in animation, especially like anime. You know, mimicking like some of the stuff they do in manga. But even still, like you know, the unique onomatopoeia that we do over here,
making it part of the design of the page and. Like
yes.
You have an explosion that has boom and the letters spell out like part of the explosion.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, that's something that is unique to comic books, in my opinion. You know, you could try to do that in an animation, but it I don't know that it would hit the same way. You know what I mean?
I couldn't see anybody doing that really well, except for like maybe Studio Trigger. They're pretty crazy.
Is that the one that did the people bursting through the door and with the shotgun blast?
Yeah, that was from Fully Cooley.
Oh, okay. See, I've heard about that anime, and I've never actually gotten a chance to watch it. I've heard good things about it though.
But yeah, I mean, if you want a good example of what comics can do that movies can't, look at the Luther Strode series, stuff that Tradd Moore is doing in there. You just can't do it in film.
Yeah, dude, Tradd Moore is a trip, man. I don't know if you read Silver Surfer Black.
Not yet.
But that was a trippy story, and you know I think his artwork was perfect for that story. You know the Ghost Rider stuff that he did, I wasn't a huge fan of, just because I didn't think it. I mean, it wasn't what I was expecting, I guess. So to me, it didn't fit like Ghost Rider. But Silver Surfer Black was dead on, you know, because he's out in space doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and he was able to just like lean into his style. I've never actually read Luther Strode, but I hear you talk about it all the time, so I'm gonna have to check it out. Oh man,
you would fucking love it.
Okay, I'll have to find it. Billy says comics is one of the truest forms of artistic expression. I agree, man. Yeah. I agree. You know, it's you know, again, you're able to take all these different pieces and all these different storytelling mechanics and put them together in this unique, awesome bit of artwork. Hey, we got a Dean in the chat. What's up, Dean? Good to see you, man. Billy says Donal is of the best of us. Agreed.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Well, I mean, dude, you obviously love what you do, and you're having fun doing it, and you're creating fucking cool shit, man. You know, and you let your influences be known. And you know what else I really find refreshing about your Twitter feed is that you're always sharing stuff that you really enjoy. You know, you're sharing comics that you really enjoy. You're talking about cool stuff. You're retweeting, you know, cool stuff that you found. You know, you're building things up instead of constantly tearing stuff down like a lot of people. Like the internet. The internet is unfortunately like that. So I appreciate that, man. It's a nice, refreshing change of pace.
Yeah, on occasion I'll have to apologize to Twitter for not complaining about a whole bunch of stuff that's random. Like, I'm sorry, I'm being a little positive here.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, you balance it out when you talk about, you know, shoe leather steak and you know, lambasting everything in A1 sauce. I don't know if you guys. It's a light drizzle, sure. It's like a tsunami of A1. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Donald actually did a live stream once where he cooked a steak on the grill outside for like a half hour just to torment me. You remember that?
I do.
Yeah, and I was just if you go, I'm sure chewing on the shoe leather was great. You know, lots of work for the jaw muscles. And then sent me a video of you drinking a cup of A1 sauce. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was after I dipped chicken nuggets in it too. That was my leftover.
Oh my god.
Really, food is just a vessel to get A1 sauce into me.
I mean, because it's, you know, society looks down on you if you drink it directly from the bottle. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Oh man, yeah, I remember the going back and forth in the early days about steak. Shit made me laugh, dude. Always a fucking good time, you know. Yeah, we need more of that. More fun on the internet. Less you know, bitching.
Hell yeah.
Right. Billy says his takes on pizza are as hot as a pie coming out the oven. Indeed. You know, the anti-pineapple on pizza.
I am. Very much.
That's okay. More for everybody else.
None for everybody else. Throw it all away.
Right. Got an update for you. I'll DM you on. Sweet, dude. Looking forward. Everybody keep your eye on Ray. Ray's going to be having something pretty fucking amazing in the coming future. All right. So let's start talking about Jaeger Bomb, but I want to know where the inspiration for Jaeger Bomb came from. Like where did you get the idea for? What was the impetus?
I don't know where it came from. It just popped in my head one day. It's like, I want to draw a little story about a luchador fighting cute monsters. Just punching the shit out of cute monsters.
That's awesome.
And then I drew this like 5-page story, and it turned into something bigger.
That's awesome. And now you're up to 72 pages.
Yeah. Luchadors fighting kaiju. Fucking A.
Now,
there's a lot of fun work on it, man.
Do you have a history of like, you know, did you used to watch like Mexican wrestling or anything like that? Or are you a big fan of like, you know, American wrestling? I mean, what?
I like American
why a luchador?
And I used to love lucha underground.
Okay, I gotcha. Very cool.
It was a whole lot of fun. I wish that show would come back, but all the people that were players on that show are now doing something else. Like the Jaguar Prince is now Ricochet in WWE, so I guess there's no going back to that. Right.
You know, it was something unique for the time period, and you know, that's the thing about cool shows like that. You know, they're unique for their time period, and they get their time in the spotlight, and then, you know, things change. So I guess I enjoy things while they are there.
Yeah, it took the drama to a new level. I thought it was pretty rad.
That's cool. See, I've never been big on wrestling. I always thought the luchador costumes were pretty rad. You know, they're very, very outlandish, very over the top, which I thought was pretty cool. But I never really got into wrestling as a kid. Hey, what's up, Oni64? Welcome. Oi. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. So a luchador fighting kaiju. I mean, that's
Mhm.
actually that's a pretty unique that's a unique little story hook.
Yeah. Who doesn't love kaiju?
I
Everybody
mean,
loves Godzilla,
seriously,
right?
exactly. Everybody loves kaiju. I mean, hell. Now, the name Jaeger bomb. Where did that come from?
It actually came from someone on Twitter. I was describing the concept for this book in
Yeah.
a tweet, and I was like, I'm having trouble naming it, and some people threw out suggestions, and then one guy
Uh huh.
threw out Jaeger bomb. I can't remember who the hell did it though, but I was like, that's got to be it because he gets his power from a drink.
Oh, okay. Rad. Nice. What's up, Kevlar? Good to see you, Matt. So, just pounds a shot of
Well,
Jaeger and then we're off to the races.
yeah.
Nice. That reminds me a little bit of Prime from Malibu back in the day.
Yeah. At
Takes
first, it was
his
going to be he only got his power when he got drunk, but then I couldn't
uh
figure out a way to have him get drunk every time a monster attacked. So I
hmm
just made it, that there's one drink and it makes him super powerful, transforms him.
right on. That's awesome, man. And man, y'all look at this page. Look, I mean, you you can go through his Twitter timeline. You can see him actually constructing this page, and just the time it must have taken to do all these different people, and to actually get that crowd in there, man. I mean, this is
Yeah,
impressive.
it's digital, but I drew every one of those damn figures.
No repeats, no copying, all that.
Nope, no copy
Yeah.
paste.
I hear you, man. I mean, I sent you that castle that I did, and I drew every single one of them bricks too.
It was a pain in the ass, but it was worth it.
Totally. And that's the thing about doing stuff like that, is that it may be time consuming and it may be a pain in the ass, but it's absolutely worth it,
Mm-hmm.
because it makes it feel more real, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I mean,
Right.
people can tell when things are, when they're copy paste, copy pasta stuff. It stands out, and not in a
Yeah.
good way. Yeah. All right, so ready for humor, action, adventure, mystery, good old American comic book fun? Well, grab yourself a copy and join Kevin in his new journey as he discovers the power of the Jaeger bomb. A story about an average Joe who is down on his luck trying to make it through life. For Kevin, it's not by choice, but by cunning selection that he has bestowed this power. Falling to the wits of an elderly man over 1,000 years old, Kevin wakes with the power within to become Jaeger Bomb, a luchador hero who must stop the destruction of the kaijus that start to plague his city. Your childhood will thank you. I fucking love this, dude. The page itself, like, you guys hit that link that Feline posted, so that you guys can read through the page, because there's a lot of really great stuff on here. And like, the page itself, the Indiegogo page, draws you in, and you can see the awesome artwork that Donald's putting together for this book as well.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. And this is, I mean, you're just kind of leaning into what you do best. And I'm guessing you love doing like the hulking, like broad-shouldered figures.
Yeah, big hulking guys with little legs.
Yeah. Yep. Because
That's my
you did
aesthetic.
Brutus. You've got Jaeger Bomb here, and then what the Bloodbone stuff that you did for Edwin. Like
Mm-hmm.
they all seem to really work on, like, arm day and shoulders and whatnot, and the torso, and then they skip leg day.
It's either that or emaciated people, just skinny as fuck.
Right. And if you guys are paying attention to Donald's Twitter feed, you'll see what this dude looks like before he becomes Jaeger Bomb. And then there's the kaiju, just crazy-eyed kaiju. Look at this. So black and white. What made you decide to go with black and white this time around?
Timing mostly. It started off in color. If you look at my timeline, you look at the stuff for that double page spread. You can also see me coloring it too.
Yeah.
But I ended up changing it for timing because I wanted to get this book done by March 1st in order to launch it.
Yeah, and
on
you
the
launched
4th.
today. Yeah.
So I had to end up switching to black and white because the screen tone stuff is a lot faster to do than flatting out a page.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, that's that. It is indeed, and I know that a lot of people don't seem to like black and white comics, but to me, man, indie comics are black and white. I mean, Ninja Turtles, The Crow, I mean, Poison Elves, one of my favorite indie books of all time. They're all black and white, and I don't know.
It's got this kind of punk rock mentality to it.
It really does, man. Because it's just the artwork, it's just the line work, and the line work has to speak for itself. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've got some amazing colorists out there, and I do appreciate a well-colored book. But at the same time, there is something so fucking indie about black and white. Like not even indie, the Savage Sword of Conan stuff, the magazine style stuff back in the day. I don't know. It allows the line work to shine through, but hey, my book is not black and white. I could have saved money. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm drawing the book so it could be black and white. I'm just saying, we could do a line art edition if people really want it. But traditionally in the crowdfunding scene, color books sell better. But that's it's a personal taste. It's because I mean, look at this. Look at this page right here. It's crisp, it's clean, it's stark. You can absolutely read everything that's going on, and it fucking works, man. I love the Zipatone texture that you put on stuff too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that I love that stuff. Zipatone is not used enough these days. It's something that seems to have kind of gone by the wayside.
Yeah,
and I think that's a sad thing, man.
I think a lot of it has to do with how expensive the actual Zipatone is.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty costly, and I don't think people want to do too much digital.
Yeah, I mean it would be a lot. I mean it's technically easier to do it digitally because it's you can just put it on a layer and you can easily cut it out. But I don't know. I think it's something that should be brought back because it was an intrinsic part of comics back in the day. It was a way to get texture in the book without having to overly render something. But Matt says, one dude who writes and draws it all in black and white is rock and roll to me. Love that aspect of indie stuff. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. And that's what indie comics was back in the day. It usually was somebody that was just, one man armying it, getting the book out because they had a story to tell, and obviously you got a story to tell here. It's an idea that popped up in your head. By the way, I really love the texture that you put here on the underside of the kaiju's foot.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass to color in too. It took me a while.
Oh yeah,
because I'm doing it all by hand. I'm not trying to bucket fill anything. So
yeah, no, I feel you, brother. I feel you because I've been doing that as well. There's some scenes in Mercenary Guild that have a lot of like shadows, and I didn't want to just bucket fill them. I wanted them to have texture. I wanted them to actually be line work. So I was doing the same thing. Just line after line after line until you fill it in, and it gives a certain amount of grittiness to it. Yeah, this is looking fucking fantastic, dude. I really think people are going to enjoy this, and this is a simple little campaign, man. And I think there's something to be said about that as well. Simple book. Simple campaign. 72 pages of fucking kick-ass story that is already done, folks.
Yeah,
like this book is already done.
I'm just trying to get the funds to go to print. I've got very few tiers. I've got a digital for $5, got the graphic novel for $15 with $8 domestic shipping. You can get 2 books for $30 with $8 domestic shipping, and then just today I added two pages of original art to it.
Oh, damn. So you don't do a whole lot of traditional stuff anymore, do you?
Nope. So it's kind of rare to get an original page from me.
That's fucking rad, man.
Yeah.
And it's
Unless you order a commission,
right.
it's usually going to be all digital with me.
Yep. That's fucking cool though. I mean, these are two badass pages too. I mean, obviously we saw this page down here. So this page was done traditionally, huh?
Well, that page was done digitally, but I'm going to pull it and I'm going to redo it.
And do it traditionally. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then rescan it and redo everything on it.
See, that's we were kind of thinking of doing the same thing on Mercenary Guild. There's a few pages that would look really, that would be fucking dope as a traditional page, but currently penciling and inking digitally, just so we can make changes and corrections and edits and whatnot. So yeah, that's a great idea, man. So yeah, if you guys want some original artwork from Donal, it's right here. Oh yeah. Luke did a trading card for me, and I said keep it black and white as it just clicked. I know shit about art, but not agreement. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Nicole piece. I mean, you guys have seen this on my where did I put it? Okay. I'll have to. Oh, I know. It's right up here. You guys have seen this. It's on my Twitter feed. This is the Elven Sorceress card for Mercenary Guild.
Oh shit.
But yeah. Yeah, I have a chronal compression of this one as well. But this is the exclusive card that you get when you sign up for Mercenary Guild. I don't. Do you still get like a rush doing stuff traditionally? Like, because I do enjoy getting ink down on paper. You know what I mean? Thank you, man.
Yeah, I do,
that,
and it's because it's so rare for me. It's a lot. It ends up being a lot of fun, and there are times where I want to quit digital and go back to doing everything by hand, doing everything by ink, especially as I'm seeing all this AI crap going on.
Oh Lord, yeah.
But then I remember how fucking tedious a lot of it can be, like erasing pencils. Every time you draw a hand and it's too big, you got to erase it and do it again. Or
drawing a head and it's too big, and then you gotta erase it and draw it again. Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
Inking, I'm also a lot slower on traditional than I am in digital, because I can whip down a line if I don't like it, undo, whip it again, and I'll still get that line in half the time it would take me to pull a line in traditional, because I'm just slower, because I want the lines to be nice and crisp.
Right. That was actually one of my next questions. Do you think that sometimes working digitally that you can get too much in the perfectionist mode, and like you end up spending more time finishing something on digital than it would be if you had done it traditional?
On occasion, like I would probably have to ask myself if that double page spread of the crowd, if I would have found a different way to do all those figures, like if I would have tried to find a way to just hint at them instead of drawing them all.
Right.
Usually. I was able to zoom in, and I was able to get some Easter eggs in there, all zoomed in and everything.
You are kind of a master of the Easter egg too, from what I understand.
Yeah, if you look closely, you'll see the shadow. He's in there.
Oh, really?
But you'd have to get the digital and zoom way in.
Right. Well, you guys will have to get the book digitally, and that's actually one of the cool things that you're doing with this campaign. If somebody picks up the graphic novel, which this is a hell of a price for a graphic novel, by the way.
Thank you.
That's a great value. But if you get the graphic novel, you will get the digital version of the book as well as soon as fulfillment starts. That's wicked cool, dude. You know. Let's see. Matt says, I love traditional now, but I loved back in the day lassoing a thing and moving it over a quarter of an inch. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, right.
See, that's what that's why I really like doing pencils digitally. Get all the the messy stuff done digitally, and then printing it out blue line and then inking it traditionally. That's what I did with the Elven Sorceress card. And I love that fusion, because you can iterate really quickly digitally and get the, like I said, the messy stuff done. You can fix things, you can do the editing, but then print it out blue line, and then you have an original piece of artwork with ink down on paper. I don't know, dude. I love inking with with brushes and nibs. In fact,
they're a lot of fun.
They
coming
are,
up with
man.
different techniques with different brushes.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got that's not it. Where is my favorite nib right now is this one. It's a Hunt 107 instead of the usual 102 that everybody likes. And these two implements right here, my Raphael number 3 and the Hunt 107, these are my two favorite traditional inking implements. I love the Hunt 107 for the the thin, crispy lines, and getting like detail in like wood grain and stuff like that, and then the Raphael number 3 for getting like the long, flowy lines and filling in dark areas. Man, this poor brush. I don't know if you guys can see this. This brush is seen better days. It is. I've had this brush for over 20 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I got this a long time ago, and I have put it through some work, but it's held up. To be fair, I've used the brush conditioner. If you're familiar with this stuff, the brush cleaner. This stuff is great. Like if you're using any kind of brush implement, get this stuff. It'll keep your brushes, it'll keep your brushes nice and preserved. Clean the ink out of them, because if you leave ink in your brushes, they'll just disintegrate. But this stuff works really well to keep your brushes clean, and then it'll keep them working.
Yeah, they get that carbon buildup that's really hard to get out.
Yep, and that stuff will get it out of there. Is that a number 3 nib? No, it's a 107. So I guess it would be a number 7 nib. I don't know. I think you're just fucking with me more.
Yeah.
Matt says, my pens are boring. My robot I posted today was done with a V5. You work with whatever you got, man. You make it work.
On a ballpoint pen on 8.5 by 11 paper.
Yeah. And what a great texture that whole book has. Like it gave it a unique feel to that book, and that's again, going back to like the beauty of comics, man. You can do all kinds of different things. You can get texture,
Yeah, I mean, just the different tools you can use. It doesn't matter. It can be a cheap ass big pen from Kmart that you pick up, or hell, a toothbrush. Jim Mahfood did a book called Carl the Cat that makes peanut butter sandwiches. He inked some of the pages with a toothbrush.
That's fucking nuts.
Just
Mahfood is a crazy cat, man. He's out there. I mean, I fully believe that every artist will find their medium. They'll find the implements that work the best for them, and they'll work with it. So do you think you'll ever go back to doing like a traditional book, like doing a book traditionally, I guess I should say?
Never say never.
Right.
Because I've always got that itch to want to be like, say, fuck it and do a book traditionally. Just to have that thick stack of paper, and take a picture of that and say, I just finished that. Hell yeah.
Dude.
I can take a photo of all the files on my laptop, and not really the same.
No, it's not. Matt says I've inked a comic with a Bic. I actually loved it. The blue one's nice.
But yeah, I've had that itch before. That's part of the reason why I do a couple of traditional pages per campaign that I do. Yeah. And like you were saying, you can show all the files on your computer, but it's not the same as having like a stack of paper to show. And you can't sell digital files. You can sell like original pages. Yeah, and sometimes just slinging that ink is a lot of fun.
It really is,
a lot more fun
dude.
than doing it on digital.
Well, I don't know. There's something visceral about it, man. That's why I like doing the digital pencils and then blue line and then inking it traditionally. And I it took me a while to actually find a digital inking brush in Photoshop that actually felt like traditional. All of the lines were too clean for me. There's got to be a little bit of texture, a little bit of randomness. That's what I like about inking traditionally, is that you get those little random fuck ups. It's not always perfect. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's not always perfect when you do it digitally either, but sometimes you get those brushes that automatically smooth out lines, and I think that's
I don't like
why
that.
I don't either. I think that's why a lot of books look samey. I don't know, it's kind of like a glossed over feel. It's all pasteurized, and I don't like that. Like, I want comics to get back to, kind of out there styles. That's why I love the shit that you do, man, because your style is unique. It's different from anything else that's out there right
Thank you.
now.
Yeah, I love stylistic artists myself. Big fan of this crazy stuff.
Yeah, man. Like I was reading through Brutus too, and like the telephone cord, spirals coming off of his jacket and stuff like that. I was
Straight
like,
from
Sam Keith. I see Sam Keith's influence here. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, and that's what we do as creators, right? We pull from all of our influences, and it helps enhance our work. It's what is it they say? Steal like an artist. And it helps keep the things alive, man. It helps bring things forward. Somebody might see something in your work that they are not familiar with, and they think it's wicked cool. Then they go back and they look at other things, and they're like, oh, okay, that's where this came from. I don't know, stuff like that. I feel like encourages people new to comics to go back and investigate the history of comics.
You want to find out, like, person that's your influence, you want to find out who their influences are, so you can go find these techniques that they stole from yourself.
Yep.
And then it just becomes like this wormhole of where the hell does it end?
It's like going down a rabbit hole researching. You see where the influences pop in, and you might pick up something completely different from one of those original influences. And again, it helps to enhance the work that you're doing. Going back to Jawbone Death, man, Krager is doing some fantastic stuff. That was one of the conversations we had while I had Adam and Krager on. I feel like comics need to be, they need to have a little bit more style, a little more punch. Everything is everything. I'm being hyperbolic here, but a lot of stuff that you see that is, especially in comic shops these days, all feels kind of samey. It's all, smoothed over. There are no hard edges to it. There's no punch to it. It's
they're all Stuart Immonen clones.
And that's the sad thing is that Immonen is fantastic. He had a unique style when he first came out, and now everybody's aping him. Same thing happened to Brian Hitch.
Style. He's got like a multitude of styles, and if you go look at his indie stuff, it's way different from his X-Men stuff and his Spider-Man stuff. But people are aping his X-Men and Spider-Man stuff.
Yep, because that's
next wave work,
right? Oh, dude, that book was fucking great. And see, that's one of the things I like about Warren Ellis is that he always finds like an artist with a unique style to bring his stories to life. Yeah, man. I'm actually gonna have to go back and read that. It's been a while since I've read Next Wave. That was some fucking out there shit, especially for Marvel back in the day.
Yeah, that was my favorite book back in the day.
They don't do anything like that anymore. It's sad, nobody taking chances with stories anymore.
Nobody wants to offend anybody in the mainstream. That's why you got to go with indie stuff. People aren't afraid to offend someone, and they're not afraid to try new things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, indie comics is kind of like comedy in that regard. Like good comedy, good indie comics, along with like good comedy, it might offend you a little bit, and that's all right. It's okay. You don't have to throw your hands up in disgust. You can just move along. Remember back in the day when people could just, move along without having to tell you why they're offended?
Back in my day, comics were like this.
Back in my day. God. Are we really are we getting old? Is that are we the old dudes on the porch talking about how comics used to be better back when we was young?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Back in my day, they had
arguably
these
it's true.
turtles with nunchucks, and it was all black and white, and they did it by hand.
That's right. All kinds of crazy texture on them turtle books back in the day. What's up, Paul Lazar? It's good to see you. Hail and welcome. Hail. Yeah. All right, so 76 pages and
72.
It's all done. 72.
Yep.
72 pages, black and white, and the artwork is all done.
100%.
So you're just looking to get funding so you can get the book printed. When would you be thinking about doing fulfillment?
It says September, but that's just to give me a wide berth in case something happens in the printing and shipping time.
Of course.
It's going to be a quick turnaround. As soon as I'm done with this campaign and I get the funds, I'm getting it formatted for print, and then I'm sending it off to the printer. So if they send me the funds that first week, the next week, the second week, it's going right off to the printer.
Right on, man. That's awesome. So, I mean, you guys are going to have this book in your hands really, really quickly after it's done.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to do 30 and then be in demand, or are you doing 30 and 30?
Just 30 days. That's it.
30 days. That's all you got.
Yep.
All you got. It started today. Already got 58 backers. Yep.
It's a $5,000 fixed goal. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that's, I'm hoping it happens.
Oh, I feel pretty confident it will. I mean, you
really want to get this into people's hands.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun book. And a $15 buy-in. That's a great deal, you guys. Like that's a fantastic deal for 72 pages of story. Come on now. And from Donal, who actually loves what he does, and you can clearly see it in the artwork that he's creating.
I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else now.
Right? Kevlar says all done. Huge selling point, right?
Right.
All done. You don't have to wait for the artwork to be finished. This is a book that's ready to rock and roll. Just need your support to get it printed up. And this is the way. And I believe that this is going to be the way of a lot more campaigns going forward. When this whole crowdfunding scene kind of first started popping off on Indiegogo and whatnot, there was a lot of people that were just like, they had a little bit of the story started and they were getting it put together, and unfortunately that seemed to bite people in the ass. As that time went on, because people want to be able to get this thing in hand, and the longer it drags on, the more people are like, well, am I ever going to get this book? And we've unfortunately seen a few different campaigns that have just kind of disappeared. People have just they got their money and then they just kind of vanished.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, because it kind of leaves a bad taste in people's mouth, and it kind of makes all the rest of the crowdfunding look bad. But the more we have books that are done when they go to crowdfund, the better it looks for everybody.
It's hard to do though. I mean, especially if you're spitting out money for an artist, a colorist. I mean, if you're a writer, you gotta fund all this stuff. If you're an artist and you write your own book, that's one thing. You can get it all done. I feel for some of these people that have got to fund the book and then hope that they make their money back on the crowdfunding. It's like, I'm not paying myself on this book. I'm trying to get this out. This is a passion project for me. Yeah, I've been trying to work on this for a couple of years. It's gone to a couple different iterations, and finally getting it out. And I just want print money, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell that by, you know, the cost. You know, you're only charging people $15 for a 72-page graphic novel. I mean, that is literally on par with anything that you're going to find in a comic shop, guys. Like it really is. You know. Fracka, bless his heart. Hey, I know that book is going to come out and it's going to be fucking fantastic when it does go. You know,
pages that he's shown the detail. Holy crap!
Oh my. Dude, unfucking real the level of detail that he's putting into that book.
Centimeter of page.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it easy, more. I'm going to dip out and play some guitar. Good on you, man. Have fun. Enjoy your guitar time, brother. Oni says this needs to become a Cartoon Network series. I can totally see that. Yeah, I can totally see that, man. You know, especially looking at this cover right here, I could definitely see, you know, this being like the last little bit of like the intro where he's, you know, where it's the intro of the show, walking up to throw down with the kaiju.
That'd be awesome.
What's up, Pale Rider? He says some campaigns just need a thumb clit rub. Jesus. Wow. Yep. Good to have you, Pale Rider. Oh shit. So how many of these do you think that you have in you? Is this going to be like an ongoing series for you, or is this like a one and done?
I've got 3 planned that I want to do.
Nice.
We'll see after that.
Yeah.
Book 2 is being worked on right now.
What did you say? Number 2 is being worked on right now? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the script is. We're finalizing the script, getting it done.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hopefully doing it later on, starting it later on this year to have book 2 out next year, same time.
See, that's the kind of work ethic that I love seeing, man. You know, it's an inspiration to, you know, I mean, as a person working on a book, you know, to hear that, you know, getting it done and then getting the next one in the works to get it out, you know, in a timely manner. Mm-hmm. You know, that's been the Achilles heel of crowdfunding since its inception. And if we can get that worked out, man, it's going to become even more of a viable business model.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, I'm also working on another book with Sierra Whiskey.
That's awesome, dude. When you guys get your next book coming out, that's going to be Johnny Be Good, Johnny Be Bad.
No, we're still working on that. That one's going to be like 120 pages, so he's still writing that one. But like the next book that we're doing is called Mad Jack, and it's based on a real cat named Mad Jack Churchill.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, he was a badass. He stormed the beaches of Normandy with a fucking sword, man.
Holy shit!
60 Nazis that day.
Damn, that's gonna be a fun book.
Yeah, we'll keep it in a very fantastical direction. That's gonna be kind of like Glorious Bastards. So we're gonna have him kill Hitler.
Hell yeah! I mean, you know, he's listen, old mustache face is a great bad guy. He's a perfect punching bag because, you know, he's a right fucking asshole, and kind of deserves to be history's punching bag. You know, and you know, a villain that people don't mind. You know, it's not one of these nuanced and layered villains that you gotta have. No. It's just the bad motherfucker that needs his face punched in. You know, simple as that. You know.
Yeah, we're not giving him any kind of sympathy. We're just he's just getting fucked up.
Hell yeah! I mean, it's a good versus evil, straight up good versus evil story, and that I think there needs to be more of that in storytelling in general. You know, less of this deconstructionist shit and more, you know, hero's journey, good versus evil, tell a good story, you know, entertain the audience. That's awesome, dude. That actually answers the question I was going to ask. I was going to ask what's next for you. So when after you get done with this, when do you think we'll be seeing that one?
Hopefully this year. Sierra is working on the script right now. Said he's going to have the first draft pretty shortly here.
Right on, man.
So we're gonna be cranking that out. That's also going to be black and well, we might do it in black and white. We might do it in color. We haven't decided yet because it's going to be 48 pages. So
48 pages, nice.
Yeah.
Little quick hit
was in color, and you know, maybe we can start up a sort of tradition like a a whiskey delayed joint that's got to be in color.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that'll be this when you get it put out, since you got the Johnny Be Good on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be your second one, and the third one will be Johnny. I mean, hey, dude, people really seem to respond well to the first book you guys did.
Yeah, No Cover did pretty well. We got
hell yeah, dude,
close to 500 backers.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yes,
I like hearing that. Well, when you guys are ready, you'll have to hit me up and come on for that book. We'll do another one of these shows.
Hell yeah.
Well, okay, we've been going for about an hour now. So, is there anything else you want to tell people about Jaeger Bomb before we wrap this up?
It's a luchador fighting kaiju. What else do you need to know?
Right.
Now, the heart of the story is about doing the right thing because it's your responsibility. But there's a lot of kaiju punching going on in the book too.
Hell yeah. Full of action. 72 pages of luchador kaiju throwdown action. So go ahead and grab this book. Billy says, "Thank you again, Donald, for allowing me to give you a very light touch to your cover. I really respect your work."
Yeah, the original cover, which I was using as a promo, it was kind of light, kind of on the light side. So Billy asked if he could do a little bit of touch up, and he did a fantastic job. Made the characters pop more and come out from the background a lot more.
That's awesome. Good job, Billy. You do some great work too, Billy. Don't sell yourself short there, brother. But all right, folks, thank you so much for hanging out, Donald. This was great, man. Thank you for coming to hang out, dude. I appreciate you being here. And everybody, remember,
shop smart, shop S-Mart.